Okay, hello everyone. Back with another Warcraft video. We got quite a good amount of interaction, or I guess we'll call it engagement because YouTube likes the word engagement a lot, with the last video. So I think we're gonna continue the story of our little Night Elf Warrior Chivo. So last time we were on, we were just grinding out some leatherworking and skinning. Looks like our skinning is up to 75, but we need to get money before we can actually upgrade our skinning. So we're gonna need at least 5 silver to get that done. So what we'll do is we'll grind up some more mobs. I think I'll work on grinding some leather yielding mobs like some cats, and do that while we're working on leveling our character up. So we're level 8 now. I believe we just got our level 8 skills as well. So yeah, let's just head on out there and just start beating some people up. I'm playing around with my audio settings as well. If the game audio or my voice isn't coming through like loud or clear enough, do please let me know. It's the more information that I have from whoever's watching this will only help me make videos better in the future. So, little info on me is today I'm actually home a little bit early because I had to cut my workday short today because I had a Department of Transportation physical evaluation that I needed to go through. That basically just meant that I had to go sit in a clinic for about an hour and have people poke at me and tell me that I was A-okay to do my job. This is actually the third time I've had to do this process since working for the company that I work for. Because every 2 years, I have to go in for a physical to make sure that I'm still capable of doing my job. And each time, they've sent me out to a different clinic to get the job done. I've never gone to the same clinic twice. And each different clinic seems to vary on how efficient or how thorough they want to be. Like the first one I went through, I had to go back to them like 3 or 4 times before I even got hired with the company because they needed to make sure that everything was like pristine, proper, the way everything needed to be. The second time I went in 2 years later, I went and I saw this lady, and her only goal was just getting me in and out as quickly as possible. I don't even know if she like did the entire testing correctly or not. But that one passed with flying colors. And then the one today was kind of like a mix of the two. It's like they didn't need me to like stretch or reach or anything like that. It was just like a basic like regular physical that you go to your doctor to do. It's like poke you a few times, make sure nothing hurts, make sure you're not on any kind of undocumented medication or whatever. It was really silly. So it just kind of makes me wonder, like, just what's the procedure? It's like, are you supposed to do one thing and not the other, or is it kind of like a gray area where like everything just kind of exists in tandem? It's curious. But anyways, that's my day. Yeah, I'm really nothing else going on, so I decided I'd have a sit and record another video. I already did. But yeah. So that's me. Yeah, my wife is actually out right now with her nana and her friend because they are planning a wedding for her best friend. So I've kind of got the house to myself for the moment. I don't know how long this is going to last. I'd hopefully like to get at least an hour's worth of footage to put a video out. You know, honestly, that raises another question. Is on average, about how long do you guys enjoy watching these videos? Like, do you just veg out and like kind of like put this on as like background noise and like you just let the video play all the way through? do you actually like actively watch the video and would prefer like shorter episodes? Typically, I do about like 45 minutes to an hour per episode. Um, but I could experiment with shorter videos, like say like 20, 30 minutes per episode. That could be totally doable. Wait, did I just miss something? I did. I'm so busy talking that I'm not even skinning the damn animals. There we go. I get distracted easily, especially when I'm talking a lot. I'm liking this repop. This is nice. Not gonna have to travel very far to get my skins. Yeah, but I've been getting a lot of comments on a few of these videos actually. It's like I tried like branching out and like doing like a few other videos for some other games. They didn't do too well, but I wasn't really expecting them to either, because like one, I only have like about like 30 or so subscribers, so these videos aren't going to see that heavy of a reach, at least not yet. But there's a few of them that have actually found a home. Like a lot of people are finding them, like especially the how to do the wetlands run video. That one's gotten over like 1,000 views already, and I get like a lot of comments on that video. Like even like just this morning, I got another comment on it, even though that video came out like almost 2 months ago now. Like I actually went back and like looked at the video itself, and like I was still wearing a hoodie in that video. So that alone tells me how long ago that video was, because like now we're getting closer to summer, and I don't really need to bundle up anymore. So the difference between like having to wear like 2 jackets in the morning versus just a hoodie, and then you're taking that hoodie off like a couple hours into your shift. That's just how the weather is out here, though. Like our winters do get pretty cold, hence having to wear 2 jackets at a time. But but like spring and into summer, it ramps up in heat so fast. Like it's hard to like be consistent with like your clothing. Hey, nice. Ooh, double crit back to back. Like it. Yeah, I did receive a pretty nice comment on the last video I did for specifically this character's series. The video started not performing very well at all. Like for the first like day or so, it was like very trickling views, but then like somehow like overnight it just like exploded over like 100 views, and then like 200, and now the video's over 300 views. I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like, kind of shows me that people have like at least a little bit of interest in it. And then I got this comment from a guy saying that like he's excited to see this character get to 60. And that's gonna take a while. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna take a while. And not because like I don't know what I'm doing, but just the fact that this run, because it is an achievement run, it's going to be an extremely restrictive run. So I have to be very careful about like where I pick where I'm going to be leveling, to how I'm going to approach it, and I'm pretty much going to be at the mercy of whatever drops. Because like the only thing I'm going to be crafting is armor. So I'll have my gear sorted. That's not a problem. It's getting the weapon is going to be the issue. Because after a while, the vendors are going to kind of dry up in what they can offer me. Hey, we gained a level. Nice. Level 9. So we got one more level and we can start getting some talent points going. And since we're going to be playing Battle Stance the entire run, we cannot switch stances. Because 1, that's part of the achievement, and 2, we can't do quests. So that means we're never going to do our quest to get our defensive stance or our berserker stance. So we are going to be stuck in battle stance, which means we're very likely going to be going the route of arms. So I'm hoping that I get the opportunity to wield a two-handed weapon at some point. Because like right now we're looking at daggers, maces, and swords. We don't even have the ability to get axes yet. And I currently do not know what training is available at Darnassus. So I'm gonna have to go and take a look when I get there. Might be getting close to time to start looking for slightly higher level mobs. Because these are starting to turn green on me. But yeah, if I can get like, say like two-handed sword training, or maybe even like, hell, even staff training, that would still be doable. But I don't know if that kind of training is available here in Kalimdor. But if not, then I will likely end up having to do dual wield. Because I do have training for a few one-handed weapons. But it's the two-handers that are going to be eluding me. But again, that all comes down to what kind of training I can get. I was actually thinking about it earlier today, as far as like the path that I'm going to be taking is, where am I going to be leveling? So like I'm thinking like for the first 12 to 13 levels, we're going to just stay right here in Teldrassil. Because the monsters, I believe, cap out at around level 10 or level 11 in this zone. So after that, we're going to head down to Darkshore, and we're going to probably hang out in the forest of Darkshore a little bit, just to get more skins. Maybe move our way into the shore itself, where all the Murlocs are, because the Murlocs have very fast respawns, and we also have access to fishing while we're out there, because there is a fishing trainer, a little dwarf guy out there. So yeah, we're pretty much going to be probably in that zone until at least level 20, because I believe the mobs for that zone cap out at around level 18, level 19. And then from there, we'll be moving into Ashenvale. The tricky part will be making sure that we don't run into anyone that is going to be trying to grief us, because at that point we'll start seeing horde players. We'll run Ashenvale until probably around like level 25, 26, something around there. Maybe move into Stone Town and grind some mobs out there. Or, if we're feeling spicy, we might move into the Barrens and just start grinding mobs in the Barrens, because the mobs in the Barrens have a pretty decent chance to drop special recipes, like the Savory Deviant Delight. And if we just grind mobs in the Barrens for long enough, we're bound to get the recipe. And that is the only zone that recipe will drop in. Plus, I believe there's also an alchemy elixir for giant growth out there. So if you are an alchemist, that would be a good place for you to go check out. we're getting experience at a pretty decent rate. We're already got 2 bubbles filled on this this level. And we just dinged like not even 10 minutes ago. Let's regenerate a little bit of health before we take this guy, because we do have a dot on us. Good enough for me. Let's see. Inventory's filling up pretty nice. That's good. And yes, I am fighting these owls specifically for their eggs, because I do still get cooking skill ups off of that. While I'm not getting a whole lot of good skins off of them, I am still getting something useful off of them. Damage isn't half bad either. I mean, we're swinging for about 15 to 20 damage per swing, non-crit. Not bad. Oh, lightsaber. You're someone I do want to talk to. Uh-oh. Alright, let's kill this fast. Take this. Now you may be noticing that I do not have any kind of add-ons running at all. Like, I don't have a swing timer, I don't have any kind of quest add-on or anything like that. The only add-on I'm using for Classic is the hardcore add-on. That's it. And there's no like mechanical reason or anything like that. It's just I don't think add-ons are really necessary for Classic gameplay. I mean, the game is really so easy. Like, I mean, hell, look at what we're doing here. It's like we're playing an achievement run in a 1 life mode for this game that's like almost 20 years old, because the game is so easy. It's like we are literally looking for ways to make it more difficult, and this is a pretty good way to go about it. Let's sell all that junk. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right, cool. We made a decent amount of coin off of that. So let's go over here, cook up these eggs, get some skill ups off it, then sell it, because you already have some. Alright, cooking trainer, give me some spice. Cooking 24. We got 24 eggs to cook up. Yeah. No moral or mechanical reason. I just don't feel that it's necessary, so I don't use them. I've been playing this game for so long, I have most of the quests like attributed to memory. And the few that I don't are easy enough to figure out anyways. What you gotta do is carefully read the quest when it doesn't tell you exactly where to go. They'll still point you in the general direction. Most of the time, at least. Let's see. I don't think I have any of the materials for anything else now. It's literally just the eggs out here. Thankfully, the eggs are still giving a good amount of crafting experience while we're out here. Because we cannot do this guy's quest over here, which would give us access to the spider leg recipe. Spiced wolf meat. Yeah. Can't learn that one. Well, we can learn it, we just don't have the materials to make it. Alright. You there. Let's go and sell this, sell that. Destroy that, because she won't take it back. Alright. Now for leatherworking, we can create 7 more light leather. Can make the embossed leather vest, actually. Cool, yeah, that will be a pretty decent upgrade for us. So we'll go find the the trade vendor, which is in, let's see, not that building, but the building just past it. Okay. All right, we're maxed out on leather. So let's head over this way, and we'll show you where that vendor is. I love seeing so many people playing this game right now. There's so much interest in the hardcore challenge. It is a little bit nicer being in a less crowded area, though. I mean, Elwyn is absolutely popping off at all hours of the day. Which makes sense. This is the most popular zone to play in. All right, here we are, trade supplier. All right, I need some coarse thread. Boss leather vest. I'll just spend about half the day crafting this. There we go. Okay. There we go. New item. And we can sell this. And we have some light armor kits left over from the last time we were crafting. We just attach that right away. There you go. Plus 8 armor bumps the armor up to 70. Not too bad. So what kind of damage reduction do we have in leather? About 20.1 damage reduction against a level 9 attacker. Not the best, but still not too shabby. And we do also have I believe we have improved dodge chance as a rogue, right? Or not a rogue, as a night elf. Dodge chance increased by 1%, that's right. Yeah, so we do have a little bit extra dodge. So all that agility that we're going to be getting as we level up is actually going to be fairly useful for us. See, so since we're not going to be stacking a whole lot of strength with this character because we're going to be wearing so much leather. So what we're going to be looking at here is this: increases attack power with ranged weapons, improves chance to score a critical hit with all weapons, and increases armor and chance to dodge. So we're going to be dodging a lot of attacks. We're going to have an increased critical strike chance. And the part where it increases ranged weapon damage is not going to be very relevant. I mean, at some point we'll have access to bows and guns, but that's really just going to be for pulling. It's not going to be anything special there. Okay, so let's keep working on this. We're going to move a little bit closer down this way. Try and find some slightly higher level enemies to fight. Looking for like level 7s, level 8s. Okay, we got some Night Saber. We got the usual suspects over here. Owls, spiders, and cats. Oh my. What's funny is I've ever since doing these videos, these like just raw gameplay videos for Classic WoW, I've been seeing a lot of other similar videos showing up on my YouTube feed as a result. It's kind of funny. It's like I'm not like actively searching for this style of video, but the fact that I'm posting it has kind of like pushed my my suggested page into that direction. It's kind of funny. And as we all know, Big Brother Google is always listening to us. It's crazy how much our phones are always listening to us, and like our cameras are always watching us even when they're off, just to try and sell us more product. Like I'll be thinking of something and like mention it to my wife, and like the next day that exact thing that I was thinking of will show up in my feed, not just on YouTube, but like on other social media platforms as well. Yeah, yeah, good. Guy in chat just said friendly reminder to do your professions. It's like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely keep up on your professions. I'm honestly kind of glad that I'm not doing alchemy with this character, just because of the scarcity of plants. Because there's so many people that go alchemy for this challenge, just because it's kind of like one of the two best in slot professions. That and being a Skinner, I never have to look too far for my materials. I know exactly what I need to do to go find them. Don't need a tracker. Finding quite a few more cats over this area. That's good. It's too bad I can't skin furbogs. Those guys are always in abundance. And I got a theory on that. Have you ever noticed that if an enemy drops cloth, no matter what race they are, you will not be able to skin them? And I think the reason why is because when this game was being designed originally, I don't think the developers wanted people to be able to farm 2 materials at a time. Meaning, like, furbogs, they drop cloth, so you can't skin them, despite them being literal bear people. But Yetis, you can skin because they don't drop cloth. They do drop coin, though, but they do not drop cloth. So you can be free to skin them. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Worgen in like Silverpine in that area are like along the same lines. I don't remember them dropping cloth for me at all. I always remember them dropping like coin and like claws and shit like that. So you can skin them. I don't recall them ever dropping cloth, but I could be wrong on that. But that's always how I've kind of seen it. Like if they drop one, they won't drop the other. I was thinking, when I was creating this character, I was thinking about potentially doing blacksmithing and just getting the weapons out of blacksmithing. But with the restriction of not wearing any armor, or any mail, or any shields or anything like that, it kind of pushed me out of that direction. Just because it felt like such a waste. That's why I ultimately went with skinny. I wonder how many other people are kind of like thinking about things like that as much as I am. Like, I like to plan characters out in advance before I even create the character. So I like to think about like how is going to be the best way to build this character. How am I going to make it so that I have the best chance of success. I used to do the same thing with like builds in Skyrim. I would just sit down with like a notepad and just write out how I'm going to be working on that character before I even create the character, before I even sit down to play the game. Let's see, hand stitch leather belt, light leather quiver, small ammo pouch, cured light hide. I do definitely need cured light hide. And let's see here. What's my armor level? 18? Yeah, we can make use of that. I'm not going to find a whole lot of use out of the quivers, though. So let's see here. Can I craft that right now? Hand stitch leather belt? No, I need coarse thread. That's just a trainer, not a trader. And that's just a trainer as well. But yeah. I don't know, you probably could have gone with engineering. Because engineering doesn't do a whole lot in the way of like crafting armor or weapons or anything like that, aside from like ranged weapons. If I was a hunter, I'd definitely go with engineering. Being able to make your own guns and scopes and explosives and utility items to get you out of tricky situations, that's always a good thing to have. But I think I'm going to be happy with being able to make my own leather gear, because the highest level of gear I'm allowed to equip on this run is going to be leather. No mail, no plate whatsoever. So I think it'll absolutely be worthwhile. Okay, so I'm gonna have to be careful in this area because there's a lot of harpies out here, and I don't want to get too close to them. Go and pull the screen out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, the harpies can have an easy time with you if you let them spawn all over you. Fast respawns, high aggro radius. Most of them actually have abilities at this level too. It's a lot of dodge and parry. I'm going to be real happy when I get overpower. Just get him up. Nice. Alright, let's regenerate our health. Actually, let's eat an egg. Get a little health buff. There we go. It's only a two stamina buff, but every little bit helps. It's crazy. I've seen like other videos of other people playing and seen so many people playing with the nameplates off. I do not understand why you do that. Like, is it like an immersion thing, or are you just like forgetting to put it on? Like, what's the deal? Why are you not using your nameplates? And typically, like those clips that I've seen where the nameplates are off, they're usually death clips. So if you're doing this challenge, put your plates on. You do want to be able to see what you're doing. I'm all for like full immersion or even like role playing your character or whatever, but use the mechanics to your advantage. I mean, if the tools are there to be used, I mean, why not? You're not doing yourself any favors by like just making shit harder for yourself. I mean, this challenge is hard enough as it is. There's a monster. Let's go get that owl. There we go. More eggs. you ever given thought to like what like if like an alien race came down to Earth and just saw all the animals that we have here, they would think that like some of them are just like legit monsters. Like if you had no idea what a bear was or what a tiger was, and you came to this world with like no scouting information, you saw a bear up close for the first time, you would legit think that was like some kind of like mythical monster. Well, now you think about it, that might be a reason why no contact has been made. Like they see the stuff that we have on this planet, the bears, the alligators, the shit, even the freaking the cassowaries, or like everything we have in Australia, and they're like, you know what? I think we're just gonna go check out the next planet over. I think we're gonna give this one a hard pass. They have legit monsters down there. Maybe that's part of like why you hear all these stories of like sightings but no contact. They're like just like watching us from afar, um, or like taking it like abducting a few of us at a time to see what makes us tick, because they're trying to figure out like how in the world we managed to live on this planet with all these crazy monsters. Let's not even forget about like dinosaurs and mammoths and shit. Even like birds of prey, like a freaking condor, or like an eagle or a hawk. I mean, literally flying razors. Yeah, I could definitely see someone like scouting out this planet and just saying hell no. Spider over here. This is a pretty decent little farming spot. Mob density could be a little bit better, but it's all right. Yeah, so far I think we're doing a-okay. I mean, nothing has really been coming out and like challenging us too hard. Oh, that's the fur bugs. I don't really want to go after the fur bugs right now. They're not going to offer me anything I can use other than linen, which will be good for first aid, but nothing else. Let's see what's out this way. If I could just replace all the spiders out here with more cats, I'd be very happy. The spiders are offering me nothing but Vander trash. Ooh, malachite. I'll sell for a few copper. Nice crit. How about you? I think we're moving into a slightly lower level area over here. Where am I anyways? I'm still pretty close to the other ones. Wonder why the lower level ones and the higher level ones are inhabiting the same space. There we go. Do we happen to have any cats in this area? Elder Knight Saber. Let's grab that. Yeah, slightly higher level. There we go. Let's go get that one. Yeah, so this character is basically just going to be a no stealth rogue. Decked out in leather gear. We might use a two-hander, we might use two one-handers. We won't have the evasion. But we will have like slightly better hardiness. Just from the virtue of like being a warrior and having our kit be set up to support that. Like our kit with like abilities. Like hamstring, rend, things like that. I think we're going to be making very good use of Intimidating Shout, though, once we get that. Make sure there's nothing behind me. We're getting a little behind enemy lines here. Kill him. There we go. Time to kill is getting a little high over here. Some Night Saber. If it's there on its own, yeah. Okay, good. Let's kill this. We'll eat up real quick. Let's go ahead and move out this way. These cats are packing a little bit of a punch. Mostly just because of how quickly they can attack. Let's get our food buff. There it is. Alright, cool. I want to take on this cat right over here. There's nothing else around me. Let's get up a little more rage so we can thunderclap. Make those attacks a little bit slower. I think it was about a week or so ago, I was actually rewatching those old Swifty videos from back in the day, like the Incredible Warrior Tricks videos. And save for the things that like the developers have like patched out of the game, those videos hold up pretty well. Like they are still pretty entertaining to this day. It just sucks that DMCA won't really allow you to replicate videos like that because you just can't use music. You cannot use any music in your videos if it's not like royalty-free music. So like recreating a video like that's gonna be really difficult. Got a spider over here. Let's be careful. Alright, cool. We're at about the halfway mark to level 10 now. That's not bad. I'm very interested to see how this character is going to play out. Okay, this is just a very, very different way to play warrior. And like, even though like all I'm doing is just mindlessly grinding mobs, I'm like fully engaged with it. It's actually really fun. Like just having to find ways other than like what you know to play the character. we're not doing any quests, so we don't have like that general questing path to follow. We just have to find like the safest, most reliable like areas to go grind in. Preferably areas that aren't like overpopulated with other players. Like this area right here is very nice. And selecting the right mobs to grind as well is another thing to consider. Because, like, for example, if I take on lower level enemies, they'll certainly die faster, but I also have a lesser yield on experience points coming back, and also there's a lesser chance that those enemies are going to drop useful weapons for me. So that's kind of like a trade-off there. And then selecting the right ones that will drop the right things, like trade mats or like skins, linen, things like that. It's like you really have to think about where you're going to be going. And also the ever-present danger of randomly dying because like 3 mobs spawned on you. It'll be really interesting to see just how far we can take this character. And I think if we play carefully, we should have no issue. Because we're not doing any like difficult quests that would take us into dangerous territory. Like, say like the, even here in Teldrassil, like the Barrow Den down in that area over there. We're not going to be doing that, so we don't have to worry about getting trapped down in the caves. We don't have to worry about like elite quests that we really want the gear from, or anything like that. We're not doing any dungeons, so we're not going to have to worry about some random dude in a group wiping us. So we don't have that to worry about either. Like, this is 100% completely a self-sufficient run. So if I do die in this run, I know it's going to be all my fault. And that's something that is a lot more acceptable to me, because then it all relies on my own skill. Unless, of course, we get like some random disconnect and we die because we couldn't react to an enemy NPC beating on us. Like, that is absolutely a something that can happen, and did happen to one of my previous characters. My paladin died because my dog ate my internet cable and I lost the character. I was not very happy about that, but it is what it is, you know? And death in this game mode, thankfully, isn't the end of the world. Like, if you really want to, you can try to appeal and get that character restored, or you can just use that as an excuse to roll a new character and try it all over again. And I do think that's a good reason why there's so many people in like the starting areas all the time, because there's so many people just dying and just going again. Just go again. Hi, River. How you doing, buddy? It's nice. And me, someone that like is a literal altaholic. It's like I love making new characters and just leveling up all the time. So this format of play is actually pretty appealing to me. I usually have a lot more fun with a character during the leveling up process than like the gearing process at endgame. It's a lot more entertaining for me to just go out and like explore the world rather than just dungeon diving and trying to get all of my my best in slot gear. Will I do it given the opportunity? Absolutely. Like if I get to max level and decide that I want to like maybe go on some dungeons or do some raids after the achievements are won, then yeah, sure, I'll do it then. But it's not like a driving force for me, you know? Okay. I think I'm going to use this as an opportunity to take a little break. I think this is a pretty good session. Got a good amount of experience, skilled up a little bit, had some interesting conversation. Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. So, if you if you're interested in this gameplay, um, and you want to see more of it, by all means, let me know about it so I can, uh, I know that we can continue this, and there will be people enjoying the content. And yeah, if you like it, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I want to know what you guys are thinking as well, so we can have like maybe even open a line of conversation. And if you want to be notified when I put more of the stuff out, hit the subscribe button and let the algorithm work its magic. So until next time, I'll see you later.